Hello and welcome to mygardeninginfo.com's video on how to plant grass. In this video I will show you how to plant a green, beautiful lawn like the one you see on the left and avoid the dead grass that you see on the right. So the first step is to choose a type of grass. Do you need a cool season or warm season grass? How much maintenance are you willing to do? That includes mowing, watering, fertilizing, and controlling pests. And how much traffic is your lawn going to get? If you are going to have a lot of people walking on it, you're going to want a grass that can hold up under those conditions. So generally a cool season grass is one that does well year-round, will stay green year-round as long as the temperatures where you're living are fairly moderate. So these do particularly well along the Pacific Northwest, and actually the entire Pacific coast, as well as parts of the Northeast. They may go dormant during periods of extreme weather, say when it's really cold or really warm, but for the most part they'll stay green year long. Warm season grasses do well during 3 seasons, generally spring, summer, and fall. But during the winter when it's extra cold, they tend to go dormant. And you'll most often find warm season grasses in the South and Midwest. 3 common types of grasses that you might consider looking into are Kentucky bluegrass, Bermuda, and ryegrass. And I have info on all those grasses and a bunch more at mygardeninginfo.com. So the next step is to determine how much seed you need. So the general rule is you'll need about a ½ pound of seed per 100 square feet of growing space. So go out, measure your area, see how much you need. That can change a little bit depending on growing conditions. That includes temperature and what kind of soil you have. So I always recommend getting a little bit more seed than you think you'll need, just in case you need to put a little bit more down. Step 3 is to buy the seed. Now you can buy seed online, but I highly recommend going to your local garden store to buy it. You'll have the opportunity to talk to someone to get their opinion. They'll help you figure out exactly what's best for your lawn and what's best for the temperature and the climate where you live. So now it gets hard. The next step is to clear your space. So you want to make sure that your lawn is clear of any debris. The best way to do this, if it's already just dirt, then you can just use a rake to rake up everything. Try to get all the leaves, sticks, other weeds that might be growing out of the way. If you already have grass there, you're going to need to dig up that grass. So you can do that using a hoe or a shovel to help get rid of everything that's growing in the area where you want to grow grass. You might be able to save some time. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you're to use a rototiller, which will dig up the dirt, or a dethatcher, both of those you can rent for half a day or something, and are really, really useful for digging up dirt and getting rid of debris. After you rototill or dethatch, then you can use a rake or your hoe to clear the space to make sure it's nothing but dirt. So the next step is to level the area where you want to grow grass. So grass does best on flat areas. You want to make sure that you don't have any water that's pooling. You're not forming any puddles after you water, which can drown the grass and prevent growth. So after you've leveled the ground, the next step is to soak the ground. So get out your hose or turn on your sprinklers and give the ground a really good watering. This will help soften the ground, make it easier for the grass roots to take hold, and create a really good environment for the grass to start growing right away. So now you've done most of the physical labor, the next step is to spread the seed. So you can either just use your hand to walk them down your yard and spread the seeds, or you can get a seed spreader, which you can also rent or buy from your home and garden store. They're very cheap, $25 to $35. They're really good at distributing the seeds evenly, making sure that you don't have any bare spots once the seed starts to grow. So when you're walking around, just take a handful of seeds and spread them out in front of you, a handful every 2 to 3 steps. And that should be a pretty good distribution of seeds over your lawn. So after you spread the seeds everywhere, you want to water again. And what this does, it just helps keep the ground soft, helps create a really good environment for the seed to grow, to make sure that it's healthy. So you want to water to the point right before puddles start to form. So give it a good water, but don't flood it. So the next step, step 9, is whether or not to cover the seeds. And this is an optional step. You may not have to do it. So areas where it's really windy or you have a lot of birds, you may want to put some organic debris over the seeds to make sure that they stay where they're supposed to be and that no animals eat them or they don't blow away with the topsoil. So to do this, you can use some hay or you can get some mulch and just put a real thin layer over the seeds. And this will, in addition to make sure that they stay put, provides a really good growing environment for the seeds to make sure that your lawn starts growing in healthy. So over the next 2 to 4 weeks, you want to water about once a day. You want to keep the ground soft. That'll let the roots take hold. You should see grass starting to sprout within a week or two. And after about 4 weeks, you can cut back the watering to 2 to 3 times a week. And within 2 to 3 months, your lawn should be growing in full and should look amazing. If you have any questions, want any more info, I have it all at mygardeninginfo.com. Really good community there where you can find out about grass, how to maintain your lawn, what type of grass is best for your environment. Thank you. Bye-bye.